Who knows when or if we'll see Casas this year. The all focus, though, for tonight and for the short and long term is on this ball club and this night here in Minneapolis. Roman Anthony is set to lead it off, as Lenny told you, against Mick Abel, who is a massive man, 6'5", 212 pounds. He's just 24 years old. As we told you, came over in the deal for Yohan Duran. Drafted by the Phillies, came up through their minor league system, and they have big hopes for him. Great natural stuff so far, though, Lenny, he's not put it together.
Yeah, he's got a big fastball. The secondary stuff plays as well. A lot of depth to his breaking ball. But so far this season, the walks have kind of gotten him. He's got 10 walks per 13 strikeouts. That's not a good ratio. So be patient if you're the Red Sox lineup. Go out there and get a decent pitch to hit, and don't go outside the strike zone.
Well, Roman definitely did that last night. He walked twice and hit the ball all over the place with authority. League leaders brought to you by AZEK Exteriors, the leaders in exterior trim molding. We'll get you caught up on Ben Rice and all the top American League hitters as we go along. But here now is Roman. Abel throws, and Roman takes a ball down and in. 6:40, right on time. 63 degrees, time and temp, brought to you by Plymouth Rock. Lance Barrett's got the plate tonight. 1-0. Roman takes another ball outside, and it's 2-0. Malachi Moore at first. Alfonso Marquez, the crew chief, at second. And William Traynor, who I thought was really impressive behind the plate last night, he's at third. See if Roman is patient or not right here. 2-0. The pitch is a strike at the bottom of the zone. I think Roman's frustrated by that a little bit. That looked like it might have missed on the bottom of the zone, but in their mind, too early to challenge, and it's 2-1. Next one to Anthony is another strike. Now that looked like it was right there with a good changeup, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, you go 2-0. You don't want to swing at anything but your pitch in your zone. That was right at the bottom of the zone, a pitcher's pitch. Came back with a changeup, middle.
Roman drove the ball to all fields and walked twice yesterday. The 2-2 is a ground ball on the right side. Handled quite easily there by Keishel. Throws to first. Another ground ball by Roman. That's been a problem so far this year, and there's one away.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of ground balls to second base to Roman. Just seems to be just off a little bit timing-wise. It was nice to see him hit the ball in the air yesterday. Got on base 4 times.
So one down. And they're now Caleb Durbin. Right-handed hitter. Couple knocks yesterday. Tapping that left toe. The pitch is a check swing foul above the Twins' first base dugout. Told you time and temp brought to you by Plymouth Rock. Auto and home insurance made for Boston sports fans. PlymouthRock.com/Red Sox. Great to be with Lenny again. Jared Wells in the booth with us. The 0-1 is driven high and deep and foul down the right field line near some of that ubiquitous yellow limestone that is the signature of Target Field. In fact, in the club level, the seat backs are yellow to try to match that and make it sort of blend in. 0-2 to Caleb Durbin with Massa on deck. The pitch is just outside. Victor Caratini is catching tonight for the Twins. Jeffers, the most aggressive challenger among American League catchers. That looked close. 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it is on the ground to third. Tristan Gray's got it, throws across in time. And the Red Sox offense, which has been the worst in baseball in the first inning, has 2 quick outs.
Yeah, a lot of weak contact on the ground. That foul ball earlier in the at-bat from Durbin was a positive sign. It's the first time I've seen him actually drive something to the right field side of the yard. I want to see more of that.
I mean, that pitch was middle to Durbin, too. All right, here now Yoshida, who's 5 for his last 10 with 2 walks, and he loops one foul on the first base side. He's been red hot to start the season, but there he was jammed and broke his pad.
Yeah, turned on that one. That ball was way inside off the plate.
I love it when Massa's ready to go early because he has been so patient to start this season. Cody Clemens is at first base. You know, Keishel at second. Lee, the shortstop, with Gray at third. Defensive alignment brought to you by James Hardy. Hardy Siding, America's #1 brand. Massa grounds one into right field, a base hit. Every time he's in there, he contributes. So 1 out, 2 out, I should say, hit in the top of the first.
That'll be a 4-game hit streak for Masataka Yoshida. Earlier in the season, he's taking so many pitches. Pitchers are coming to him now. They don't want to walk him and just continue that trend. So now he's getting good pitches to hit and doing damage.
Yeah, the chess match between pitchers and hitters. Here now is Wilson Contreras. Told you how hot he was before the ball game, and he has really been spectacular over his last 10. Pitch is swung on and missed. That was violent. He got a fastball at 95, just a little late on it. It's 0-1. Wilson, 14 for his last 36 with 3 homers and 10 driven in.
Straight Nintendo numbers right there.
It is. 389 clip. He's been on base half the time. 0-1 the pitch. Very close, but a ball. And it's 1-1.
Good pitch recognition right there. Noticing there was some spin. He swung through a fastball. Surprised he didn't come back with the heat. Prove he could hit that before moving to the slider.
Yoshida at first. 2 down in the first. 1-1 to Contreras. Here's the pitch. And Wilson takes high. I mean, that's, again, an excellent, disciplined approach. And it's 2-1.
Wasn't a bad pitch. Tons of movement on that sink.
Feet close together. Abreu is out on deck. 2-1. Pitch is swung on and missed. Man, he's tried twice to carry BP onto the diamond. A little late on a couple of heaters, and it's 2-2. He'd like that back. That was center cut. That's what the Twins were so excited about, this right-hander, Mick Abel. Electric stuff. 2-2. Pitch is outside. He tried to get him with a sweeper there, could not. And it is 3-2.
Abel's throwing the kitchen sink out there in this first inning. You're seeing a lot of arm side change-ups, going up in the zone with the fastball, going glove side with the sweeper.
So score 2 down, a runner aboard in the top of the first. And Contreras, a little gamesmanship, I think. We've seen this from him. He did pat his chest out to Abel and say, I apologize, but why not disrupt a young pitcher's timing? 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yoshida will be off with a pitch. Long set. A pitch, swing, and a foul. That was a good slider and a nice job by Contreras to stay alive.
It's one thing this Red Sox offense has been doing really well this season, is fouling off pitches that are close with 2 strikes, staying alive, allowing themselves to get a decent pitch to swing at.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming home. And here it is. Contreras takes strike 3. He knew it. He got fooled there with a changeup, top of the zone, and the inning is over. Sonny Gray on the mound at the bottom of the first, facing his former teammate Byron Buxton. Right on right, the first pitch of the bottom of the first. Chopped foul on the third base side. Buxton looked very comfortable at the plate last night, especially on his home run to deep center field. Sonny knows this mound so well, and for 2 seasons he was brilliant for the Twins. 0-1 to Buxton. That was a spinner that missed low, curveball. And it is 1-1. Over 303 innings with the Twins over 2 seasons. Sonny fanned 300. Second in the Cy Young voting in the American League his first year here. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch is ripped into center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Duran plays it on the second hop. Buxton's on a heater, and the Twins have the leadoff man aboard.
Yeah, this Twins lineup, they're in ambush mode. Very, very aggressive approach. You heard Alex Cora talk before the game about the new game planning, new director of hitting here in Minneapolis. This is, tell you what, this approach got to Garrett Crochet yesterday, looking in with the fastball, staying aggressive, spitting on breaking balls.
Well, that's why the thing you were talking about in the intro to the ballgame, I think, does need to change tonight, is Trevor Larnach, left-handed hitter. Is that a balk on Gray? Wow, it is. Then he kind of flinched on the mound, and so after a leadoff hit, Buxton immediately in scoring position. Red Sox coaching staff talking it over, but Lance Barrett saw something. He was trying to get different signs from Carlos Narvaez in the pitch comm, and I think Sonny just never knew what he wanted to throw. The pitch is low. I think the thing that happened there that got him in trouble, Lenny, is that he was trying to touch the pitch comm again, which looks like you're starting to get the baseball out of your glove.
Yeah, he reached down to touch pitch comm before taking his foot off of the rubber.
All part of a learning process. Pitch to Larnach, misses down and in. 1-0 is a little bit outside, and it's 2-0. So Sonny, last time out, shut out the Brewers over 6 1/3, just 3 hits. But what's amazing is he's not missed many bats, and the spinning stuff, which has been his calling card, has not been very good. 2-0. That's a spinner. Foul on the first base side. Really good cutter there. Again, though, when he pitched at Fenway, it was absolutely freezing, chilly in Cincinnati, too. You and I both expect that he's going to be the guy he's always been.
Absolutely. Cold weather affects spin. You can't grip the baseball. It just feels different coming out of your hand.
2-1. He is swung on, miss. Now, that was a great curveball. Lovely, and it's 2-2.
That's a great example of what he does so well. That ball, the bottom dropped completely out from under it. 81 miles an hour. Looked like a fastball coming out of his hand. That's where you get your swing and miss if you're Sonny Gray.
In that cold weather, pitchers really do long for the sticky stuff of days gone by. Sonny's really fussing with the transponder on the left side of his hat. A little uncomfortable early. 2-2 to Larnach. The pitch is a little low. Carlos tried to frame it. He wants to challenge. Wow. In the first inning, Narvaez is certain of this, and we'll see.
The catcher is challenging.
It looked close. And it's a strike. Big time for the Red Sox.
The call is overturned. Minnesota has...
I'll tell you what, Lenny.
2 challenges remaining.
I think that's a great time. And to me, it's a good sign. Because for a week now, after they were the worst team in baseball, the Red Sox have been gun-shy to challenge.
Yeah, you have to be able to know for sure, especially in the first inning. But you got a runner in scoring position right now. You got to be able to switch the momentum into back into your favor.
He also knows Sonny's rattled a little bit with all the pitch-com stuff going on. I love that challenge. Here's Luke Keeschel. He takes a ball outside, checks his swing. No, he doesn't. Malachi Moore says he went around, and it is 0-1. The definition of high leverage is sort of a moving target. I mean, people think of 8th inning, bases loaded, 4th inning, 2nd and 3rd. This might be one of those settling moments for Sonny. 0-1 is swung on and missed. Man, did he fool him there with a sinker. That was an awkward swing, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, the first inning is extremely important as far as setting the tone, creating momentum for your team. And getting back to Pine Tar, I use Pine Tar to hold the pen up here in the booth, so I'm old school.
Rub a little bullfrog in with it.
Manny Moto stick out of the bag here.
0-2 to Luke Keeschel, right-handed hitter. The pitch is low. Curveball. Sonny's first pitch was brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney. For over 30 years, if you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. But now you know the number, 617 and then 7 sevens. No score, but Buxton at second with 1 down. In the first for the Twins. Gray throws, and he misses. Sonny's a big grunter, we've learned that. That was a sinking fastball that missed, and it's 2-2.
I remember when I was a rookie, Mike Timlin asked me one day, he's like, why do you look like Dizzy Gillespie when you pitch? I was holding my mouth open, closed every time I threw the ball. He's like, let it out.
2-2 is a curve that misses low and away. And it is 3-2. You had the cheeks expanded every time you threw a baseball.
Like a bullfrog. But he's right. If you expel air, similar to when you're working out, you get a little extra oomph behind it.
You'd know a lot more about that than I. 3-2. Pitch is skied into center field. Duran on the run. Can't get it. He plays it on one hop. Buxton had to hold. He's going to be waved around. Throw cut off, and the tag in time. They got him. Contreras probably shouldn't have cut it off. He did. He makes the relay just in the nick of time. For now, pending a review, Buxton is thrown out at the plate.
Really, really good throw by Duran there. I'm surprised Contreras cut that. He actually hesitated. I don't think he thought he was coming around third base.
And Derek Shelton does want to take a look here.
I don't know if that slight hesitation by Contreras is going to affect the call right
here. That was not a typical challenge. Derek Shelton came out to clarify something there. I think they might be worried about whether he got a lane.
Minnesota's challenging the out call at home plate and also the possible blocking of the plate.
Yeah, so that's what it is. They want to do both. To me, that's it's really close. The fans are always going to have their opinions. Buxton's hand is right on the plate. He's safe. We just watched the replay, and they break it down frame by frame that this is going to be a quick overturn.
Yeah, he was safe. That was enough. The hesitation. Contreras got the ball, hesitated for a split second.
But aren't you with me? I don't think that needed to be cut off. It looked like it was on line.
That would have been right there. Yep.
But you're exactly right that the combination of the cut and the pause doomed them completely. Maybe if he cuts it and immediately throws.
I think he has a chance at that point.
But you're right. In that spot, it's almost like Contreras is thinking, I'm trying to cut this so that the runner doesn't go to second. Goodness gracious. I don't know why they're taking so long, because to me, this looked pretty clear that he got that hand on the plate before the tag.
I also think he had a lane. We're looking at it from a bird's eye view right now.
After review, the call is overturned. The runner is safe. Minnesota will return their challenge.
So these Twins just keep on swinging it. Keishel drives in Buxton. And that is the real gift of speed, Lenny, because he held. He thought that ball might hang up. Duran might make the play, but then the ability to kick it into another gear and still score, impressive. Josh Bell, the hitter, takes a ball outside, and that is what Contreras is thinking, right? I mean, he's reading the base runners there. He saw Buxton freeze and only break when the ball landed in sort of medium center field.
I was surprised he was turning around third base and going home.
Yep, 1-0 is popped up on the right side through many clouds. If I can't see the baseball, how can IKF? He does. He drops it on purpose, throws to second. That's pretty heady, because now you get Bell at first instead of Keishel. They have a little speed downgrade, and they're 2 away.
Very, very high IQ right there. Good job noticing who's on first base. Absolutely want Bell out there.
He hits the ball in the air. Josh Bell. Here's Matt Wallner, left-handed hitter. Talk about an exaggerated Duran arching of the back. In the box, pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Well, that will disappoint Sonny Gray. I mean, had Keishel in a 2-strike count and just couldn't put him away. 0-1. 1-0 Twins in the bottom of the first. Pitch. Broken bat grounder back to the mound. Sonny's got it. He'll walk it the entire way. No, he flips at the very end to Contreras. You got to give those first basemen all the put out they can get.
That's a defensive
finishing. Start planning your remodel today with AZEK. Order free samples at AZEKexteriors.com.
The Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. For every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher during the 2026 season, the Arbella Insurance Foundation will donate $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good.
Done, Lenny. Wilyer Abreu is the batter. He takes strike one on the outside corner. A wild play that was in the bottom of the first inning as Abreu takes a ball outside. I mean, he's looked great all year. He looked so comfortable at the plate last night. 1-1 is fouled back to the screen. And it's just like that, 1-2.
Loose hands, quick hands, they all work hand in hand, right? This is a guy with a slow heartbeat up there. He's got some time in the league right now, knows the correct approach. Very comfortable in the box.
1-2. Abreu swings and misses. Now that was a great changeup away from him. The Twins seem to have the book at this point on The Red Sox, they have swung and missed at a lot of changeups. Abreu's gone. We take 10 seconds. Station 80, Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Here's swinging a miss by Trevor's Story on a good fastball in the outside corner. And it's 0-1.
Yeah, you can see the approach right now from Abel. Stay away.
0-1. That is not away. It's on the inside half. That's in and out. And it's 0-2.
That ball started about 3 inches off the plate in, broke its way right back onto the dish. Not an ideal count. This is where you want to go 2-0, not 0-2.
Story had the 4-hit game in St. Louis. RBI single to center last night. But behind here, 0-2. Pitch is outside. It's a comfortable take. That's 1-2. Cloud cover nonstop here today. Sun broke out about an hour and a half ago, but now it is pillowy, blanketed clouds overhead as Story swings and misses. And a curveball. And he is retired. So the Red Sox have 3 consecutive punch-outs. And with 2 down, here's Jarren Duran.
Abel doing a good job of using all of his pitches early on, using the fastball to set up the breaking balls.
Here now Duran, who hit a massive home run last night, takes a strike on the outside corner. 7th batter brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Oh, and 1. 1-0 Twins in the second. Pitch. Jarren loops one foul on the third base side.
2-run home run last night in the third inning. 19-game homerless streak dating back to last season. Hopefully that's a trend that'll start to continue. Seeing the ball in the air, driving it.
Just when he starts to go the other way, it means he's going to have pull side power. And that has happened the last couple of days. 0-2. Abel seems to have really settled in. The pitch is swung on and fouled, and the catcher Caratini just barely can't squeeze it. So Duran and the Red Sox stay alive.
Yeah, nothing Abel's throwing is straight. Everything's moving, darting left or right.
Oh, 2. He throws. Duran tries to check his swing but does not. He's gone. And the Red Sox strike out in order in the second. Vic Abel's got it going. 1-0 Twins in the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Redword. Sonny Gray is on the mound, hoping for a better second inning. He faces Victor Caratini. Had a massive home run off Crochet last night here. Batting from the left side, he takes. Fastball misses inside for ball 1.
Look at these two starters, and Gray and Abel. They're very similar in regards to stuff. Everything's kind of moving, coming off the fastball.
1-0. Curveball looked really bad from Sonny. Slipped out of his hand there, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, that's a pitch he's going to have to get into the zone. He needs to control that. If he wants to get any swing and miss, got to be able to spin it.
Caratini has faced Sonny 6 times. Hitless against him. But he, like so many of these Twins hitters, off to a hot start. 2-0, the pitch. Ripped high into right field. Abreu is back just in front of the warning track. He got far enough in on the hands there, did Gray, and there's one away.
Another important factor in that curveball, if he's not getting over the plate early on, they can start sitting fastball early, recognizing spin out of the hand. If you know a fastball is coming, a lot of what we saw last night is going to happen.
We'll get into more thoughts on what exactly went wrong last night with Garrett Crochet. Still no hint of injury as Cody Clemens, left-handed hitter, takes a bad miss again by Sonny. That was not close with a fastball. And it's 1-0. Seemed like Garrett could not land anything at all away to right-handed hitters, and they just teed off on the inner half. 1-0 the pitch. That's popped up foul into the seats on the third base side on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. And makes a good play. Let love bloom in a 2026 Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Good news from the Bronx. The Angels lead 4-0. Halfway through the fourth. How about last night, the walk-off wild pitch? 1-1 strike on the outside corner. Trout and Stanton each hitting 2 homers in that game.
The batter is challenging the pitch.
Let's see what this is. The Twins challenge, and it is a ball.
The call is overturned. Minnesota has 2 remaining.
They're excellent at this. They seem to pick the right spots. To me, that's a dumb spot to challenge, though. It is. I mean, it missed by 1/3 of an inch. It works out, and it is a leverage spot. But, you know, you're coming in, no disrespect, hitting a $143. Pitch is a ground ball up the middle into center field. He heard me. That's a hit. And a leadoff, rather one-out single for Cody Clemens.
He's like, make that 147.
I mean, look, it is the case. If you're certain, and if he's got that good of a feel of his own, I think it makes sense to empower your hitters.
You just have to be absolutely certain.
And,
right?
and how can anybody within 0.3 of an inch? But it worked out in this case. So the Twins have a 1-out hit, and here's Brooks Lee. Pitch, swing and a foul. And caught a bite out of Carlos Narvaez. Royals and Tigers, Twins will be eager to see that series. Still so early, but both those teams picked to finish ahead of Minnesota in the American League Central. Both the Royals and the Twins, 7-9 start the year. Cole Reagan's on the mound for Kansas City. 0-1, double play depth with a shift behind Sonny, who is not sharp in this inning. He missed outside. It's 1-1.
Yeah, this Twins team, they got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. Maybe they saw that and they're like, you know what, we'll see about that.
They're hot to start. It is so early. 1-1, runner goes. Pitch is swung on a miss. Throw to second is not in time. Head first slide. And really good stuff there by Cody Clemens. Alfonso Marquez was making sure that he didn't slide through and lose the bag. Great jump off of Sonny there. It's sort of a tailing throw, and the Twins have done so much of this running the bases.
Aggressive base running right there. That's a factor that I feel like this Red Sox club could use a little bit more of.
I do too.
Just puts that little bit of doubt in the pitcher's mind. We got someone out there dancing around on the bases, less focused on the glove, missing spots.
Cody Clemens' 4th steal already of the year. 1-2, the pitch. He is in the dirt. I give him credit because he's not an everyday player. You can really energize an offense when you run like that. 1-0 Twins for the second straight half inning. Sonny has a runner in scoring position behind him. Brooks Lee had a nice night last night. Here he cues one foul outside of third. His little tagline on the Twins video board makes Red Sox Nation not all that happy. He's a self-described Derek Jeter superfan.
Come on. At least it's not A-Rod.
Can you really? I mean, I guess he's retired, so it's different. You can't have that as a Twins player, especially given how much the Yankees have owned the Twins. 2-2 is a ground ball to second. IKF goes to a knee, throws to first in time, and they're 2 away.
If you look at it, none of these guys ever played against Derek.
Yeah.
Right? It's a different generation. So,
and I mean, look, even the hardest core Red Sox fan would admit that of all those players and all that generation, all those rivalries, I mean, you hated the results, but he was such a pro. On our third, 2 down, Sonny throws to Tristan Gray, who takes strike one. Now, Tristan Gray has been a real surprise for Minnesota. 2 homers and already 11 RBIs. 0-1. Infield back with 2 outs. The pitch. Swing and miss. Now he's got the curveball spin a little bit better now. And it's 0-2.
Yeah, it's all about finishing out front with that curveball, being able to stay closed with your glove side. You can see the adjustment being made so far. That's a pitch that's got to start over the plate and work its way down off.
So another 2 strike count. Sonny trying to close the door here in this second inning. He sets, he throws, and a little ground ball softly hit to third. Durbin's got to hurry. He gloves, he throws to first in time, and the inning is over. Nicely done by Sonny and the defense to get out of that second inning. 1-0 Twins after 2. Narvaez, Kiner Falefa, and Anthony. Here's Carlos Narvaez, right-handed hitter. Third inning brought to you by Citgo, a club you want to get into. Club Citgo, download the app now and instantly save 23 cents a gallon on your first fill-up. Pitch to Narvaez, high and tight for ball 1.
Mick Abel so far really pounding the strike zone, using all of his pitches, not getting predictable whatsoever.
1-0 Twins, 1-0 to Carlos. Pitch. Foul on the first base side. He was really frustrated with himself last night at the plate. Hot start to the season. Opposite field line drives. The average, though, now for Carlos down to 216. A ball, 1 strike. They play him ever so slightly to pull on the infield. The pitch is swung on a miss. That's gotten him a little bit of late. Slider, he went fishing, and it's 1-2.
It's got a ton of horizontal break, glove side.
I'd like to go ice fishing sometime.
You could have did it in Rhode Island this year with me.
No kidding. Strike on the outside corner to Carlos Narvaez. And he is gone. This is like the homeland for that. Did you actually do it in the Ocean State this winter?
I did not, but I've got a couple spots where I know where people go.
Come on. I did more pond hockey with the kids than ice fishing. But next winter, if we get another brutal few months, let's do it. Here's Isaiah Kiner Falefa, takes a fastball up and in, ball 1. 5 consecutive Red Sox hitters have struck out. Abel into the one, he throws, and that's a strike, borderline on the outside corner. This guy is going to be a microcosm, Lenny, of how to handle dudes who will walk you if you let them. So far, the Red Sox have not. 1-1. Pitch is swung on a miss. I mean, that's up and out of the zone. We saw it from Narvaez. Hitting is hard. We get that. But with that as a disclaimer, that has been the issue. When the Red Sox offense has not produced, they have expanded the zone big time.
Mick Abel's walked 10 batters going into this game. He will put you on if you let him.
Well, that's a good take there from Kiner Falefa. 1-2, misses outside.
He's a guy that relies on movement, and oftentimes when it's moving that much, you got to let it work its way off the plate.
It's not been a good start to the season at the plate for Kiner Falefa. 2-2, and that is another take for another ball. Nicely done, and it's 3-2. This, though, Lenny, appears to me to be a spot where he should see something right down the middle to hit.
Got to stay up the middle right here. Look for a fastball. If it's not there, watch the spin.
3-2 is a ground ball on the right side. Diving stop over there by Clemens. He gloves, throws to first. Nice job by Abel to get over and cover. Good defense, and they're 2 away.
Mick Abel's a guy that in any count, whether it's 3-2 or 0-0 and everything in between, he's able to change speeds, make it move, and induce that ground ball. He's proven that tonight. Especially when you're seeing an aggressive lineup, why not?
How about Cody Clemens, by the way? Single, steal, challenge correct, and a great defensive play.
You're right. He doesn't play every day, but I tell you what, he's making the most of it so far this season.
He is. And here now Roman Anthony, who grounded out to second after being ahead in the count 2-0. See what he does here. 2 down, bases empty. The pitch is lined into center field. Felt that coming. It's a missile in front of Buxton. Roman is heating up. And there's a hit for the kid with 2 down in the third.
That's an outstanding sign right there. Yesterday we saw him do the same thing over the second baseman's head. Starting to get the ball off the ground a little bit. Getting a little bit of dip in that barrel. That's exactly what you want to see for him. The next step, you're going to start to see that ball get out of the ballpark.
Well, here we go again with one of those moments. Caleb Durbin, 2 for 5 last night. You have to give Anthony protection when he's on base. Pitch, and he squares and butts it on the third base side. Abel picks it up with a bare hand, throws to first, and it is in time to end the inning. I mean, it's a good idea in different situations. We've advocated for small ball, but a 2-out bunt with a runner at first.
Yeah, it's placement. He gets that a little bit further down the line. That's a great idea. Just a little bit too close to the pitcher's mound.
First pitch at the bottom of the third is an absolute bomb off the bat of Byron Buxton. He launches one into the fifth row. Moonshot. Second straight day with a homer, and it's 2-0 Minnesota.
Well, Byron Buxton continues being aggressive with that first pitch. As a leadoff hitter, I'll tell you what, he's looking for a fastball to do damage on. That was a curveball, just hung up. That's been the day for Sonny Gray. Just not getting the right spin, getting that ball down in the zone's been tough.
You cannot hang one more than that. Almost like he was looking for it in a way. That thing was smoked. So one pitch and a run. Here's Trevor Larnach, and that's strike one in the inside corner. Well, that's not optically the best 90 seconds for the Red Sox. When you got a runner aboard, here's the 0-1, and a pitch misses low, and your two-hole hitters trying to bunt for a hit. And then here comes one of the sluggers, talented hitters in the American League, and the next pitch he launches. 1-1. 2-0 Minnesota, the pitch. Low. And they're catching Minnesota at a really tough time. And their offense is hot. There's no denying that. And Buxton starting to feel himself.
You know, Sonny's fighting it a little bit right now mechanically. He's going to get behind in these counts, 2-1.
Here's another 2-1 pitch. Larnach struck out his first time. Takes an awkward swing at a fastball, and it's 2-2.
It's important for Sonny to get that curveball dialed in. If he wants the fastball, the sweeper, and the cutter to be effective, needs something to be able to have some north-south movement.
2-2. High line drive into center field. This ball is hit hard, but it holds up in front of the track. Duran is able to get there and make the play. And there's one away. All right, look, Mick Abel has looked quite sharp early in this game.
If you look what he's done to be effective, I mean, he's basically just changing speeds, not predictable at all. You know, he'll throw any pitch in any count.
Here, Luke Keeschel, who takes a strike. He couldn't hold up there. Off speed on the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
You have to be able to pitch to the lineup you're facing. If you know you're facing an aggressive squad, you don't have to go out there and throw strikes to start out.
0-1. He is outside, although I agree with that, Lenny. They've been in launch mode early in these counts, Buxton especially. But it looks to me like they're that nightmare offense that they've got a good feel for the strike zone, too.
Yeah, recognizing pitches they could do damage on early on.
1-1. That is a ball. Really good take. This is the thing about Sonny, like Ranger Suarez, he has thrived in his career of swings on pitches like that. 2 balls and a strike. One down, a run in. The pitch is in the dirt. That was not close at all with a cutter. You wonder why Luke Keeschel, who's from Watsonville, California, walks up to Rocky. But he does.
It's not from Philly?
Nope. Adrian. 3-1. Sonny into the wind. He throws. That's a strike on the inside corner. That was right there. And it's 3-2.
It's a great sinker right there. I tell you, the two-plane movement. That had a ton of arm side drift.
3-2. Catch you caught up on the league leaders in a moment. Brought to you by AZEK Exteriors. Leaders in exterior trim moldings. Here's a swing and a foul. Sonny threw a sinker there. It was fouled back. Unfortunately, the Red Sox, to this point in big league baseball, are not near the top in team pitching. ERA, 7th worst in the game. They've got the 6th fewest strikeouts. And that was supposed to be the strength of the team. 3-2. Pitch. Ground ball on the left side and through. Perfectly placed by Keishel. He's got a 1-out hit. The last time through the rotation for the Sox was really good. Then Crochet got hit so hard last night. Team with the number 1 ERA in baseball is the Atlanta Braves. Then the Mariners, who started to play a little better. The Yankees, 3rd best ERA, but they've just not hit enough.
Seattle, I mean, just the past few years, they've just been known for their pitching.
Oh, yeah. Loaded up with young arms. Here's Josh Bell, the pitch. His swung on and missed. Now, Bell came into this game 6 for 24 without a homer against Sonny. But he's feeling it at the plate. He is not at all getting cheated.
Not at all. He fooled me 3 times yesterday with his swings.
You thought he'd homered. 0-1. He takes a ball. Low, a curve, and it's 1-1. I got some things when Mick Abel takes the mound next to tell you about him and his background that make you like him a little bit more.
All right. Is he a tarantula enthusiast?
There's some similarities you're going to learn about. 1-1. Keishel's got a big lead. The pitch inside. Carlos throws behind him, but not in time. Wilson Contreras wants the video room to take a peek there. I thought real time the hand got in before the tag. Ramon Vasquez on with Mike Brenly, and immediately they say, no, we're not going to look.
Everything Wilson does is high energy.
Because I think he had missed that the left hand touched the bag before the right. On the right field side. 2-1 to Bell. Dangerous pitch here, and it is a strike on the outside corner. That was very close. Bell sort of looked to the heavens, thought about challenging. It clipped the bottom corner, and it's 2-2.
Keishel actually looked like he was taking off. Took 4 or 5 steps towards second base and shut it down.
Well, Bell is a double play candidate, and now he will call for time. 2-0 Twins, bottom of the 3rd. Bell grounded out his first time. Keishel looks like he's thinking about it again. Sonny holds. And he throws, and Bell takes outside. Sweeper, and it's 3-2.
Another sweeper. Breaking ball is just not consistent today. It's not getting the downward break that you'd like. You know, that's where the swing and miss is. It's got to look like a good pitch to swing at, but they're seeing it out of the hand so well.
I think Keishel will run here. He's at first with 1 out. He goes. The 3-2 is a ground ball on the right side. Kiner-Falefa's got it. He throws to first. These Derek Shelton Twins do a lot of little things well. He runs and he stays out of what would have been a double play, and they're 2 away.
All Natural Chicken is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Get value-packed signature select boneless chicken breast or thighs for $1.99 a pound when you use digital coupon. Limit 2.
With your crew back at home, you need to buy 10 packs of those.
Bulk.
A limit of 2 is no good. Here's Matt Wallner. A little bit low. The 13-year-old was on the track today, huh?
Did an outstanding job. So proud of her. Giving her all. I gave her a pep talk in my text messaging in between innings.
The mindset in those starting gates in track races must just be so wild. Want to go to Matt Wallner. And Sonny spins to second.
Telling her my thought process on the mound and how that can kind of be the same thing she thinks about. You know, run with a little bit of chip on your shoulder. Go out there and prove something to everybody.
Thank God she got mom's speed. 1-0 to Wallner. Here's the pitch. That's high with a fastball. It's so crazy watching your kids in any athletic endeavor. As a pro athlete yourself, it's so different, isn't it? You have no control.
None whatsoever, but it's fun.
Yep.
It's fun watching them go out there and compete and have fun on the field, whatever the sporting event is. They play everything. They play basketball, baseball, they run.
Visit to the mound. You guys must have like a 4-dimensional color-coded calendar to keep track of it all.
I don't know how it works in the house, to be honest with you. It just does. No thanks to me.
So a meeting on the mound is over. None of us really in this sport could pull it off without great support at home. 2-0 Twins. Runner at second base. And Keishel And the way Abel's been throwing tonight, it's like an important run out there at second. 2-0. Pitch. Ripped down the right field line toward the corner and foul. Man, Wallner was ready for that cutter. Just out in front, 2-1.
You're just seeing a lot of 2-0, 2-1 counts from Sonny Gray today. And in that count, they're looking for something to drive. They know that he has to come back in the zone. He does not want to go to a 3-ball count. Sitting there waiting on it.
I mean, this is just a confident offense right now. Period. So many loud swings early. 2-1. That misses inside with another cutter. And it is 3-1. Sonny Gray has already thrown 57 pitches. 2 outs in the third. Bullpen is fresh, although last night knocked him back a touch. 3-1 is outside ball 4. Not even close. He does not have the curveball tonight. So Sonny, been behind in the count all night, issues his first walk, and the Twins now with 2 on and 2 outs for Victor Caratini.
Needs a little bit of a reset right here. Take a nice deep breath and get back to what makes him effective. He's got to get strike 1 right here.
2 down. Caratini batting left. Pitch is low. Another curve that missed, and it's 1-0.
See, that curveball right there wasn't a bad pitch, but for a 0-0 count, he's not going to get a swing on it. If it's 0-2, yeah, you might get something.
1-0. Caratini fly to right his first time. Pitch. That's low. Another 2-0 count. Sonny is fighting it big time. We told you Red Sox brought up Jack Anderson and optioned Tyler Samaniego down to AAA. If there's a crooked number here in the next couple innings, Jack Anderson's heart is going to start to beat very fast.
Bullpen did a great job kind of filling innings yesterday. That was a rough one for Crochet.
2-0. Pitch is outside. Not close. 3-0.
I told you yesterday I did that twice in my career where I go in the third inning and I finish the game.
Not easy.
Not easy, but they did a good job filling. That's why the bullpen's still fresh today.
Sonny's been behind every hitter in this inning. 3-0 here. Pitch. Almost hit him, and actually it did. So Caratini's aboard. I'd be stunned if Andrew Bailey doesn't come out here. And he will. Listen to the last couple of innings for Sonny Gray. 2-0 in the second to Caratini. 2-1 to Clemens, who got a base hit on that challenge. He did get ahead of Brooks Lee and Tristan Gray, by the way. Both those were outs. Then in this inning, a leadoff homer behind 2-1 to Larnach, who smoked a ball to center. Behind Keishel, 3-1, who singled. Bell was ahead 2-1, and he did hit a hard ground ball out. And then he just walked Matt Wallner and then hit Caratini, both of whom faced 3-ball counts.
Yeah, he's fighting something mechanically right now.
Yep.
You know, the path to success is getting strike 1, converting 1-1 counts, getting the 2 strikes as soon as possible, and let your movement and changing speeds do the rest.
Oh, this is a huge spot right here. For a team that got blown out last night, Twins offense that is so hot. Cody Clemens is the batter. Bases loaded, the pitch. Curveball grounded foul outside of first. That was close to a bases clearing double. But just outside the bag. Nesson just had a great shot of the moment last summer when Cody hit a big home run at Fenway Park. And Roger and Deb were in one of the suites. Joe Castig was in the front row with him and sort of took a great picture, started giving him bear hugs. With their relationship, we forgive you, Joe. 0-1. Base is loaded. What a juncture this is. The pitch, way high. And inside, like Crochet last night, Sonny does not have it. He doesn't. Well, this is what makes veteran pitchers what they are. He's not been in this game for 14 years without being able to try to gut through this. The 1-1. That's a strike on the outside corner. Beauty. Sweeper, and it's 1-2.
He's trying to get that ball on the ground right here. Good 2-strike count. trying to do some soft contact.
2-0 Twins with the bases loaded. Sonny ahead 1-2. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul again outside of first. Sonny has now thrown 66 pitches, and we're in the third inning. I mean, you had to use Watson so much last night. You really think about it, we could see a major league debut tonight.
Good chance.
What must he be thinking? 1-2. Pitch is in the dirt. Nice stop there by Narvaez. That was a sweeper, not even close. That thing went 58 feet, and it's 2-2.
You know, listen to Alex Cora talk about Anderson. He's a strike thrower. He's got good stuff. Not an ideal situation to come into.
2-2. I would think they'd go to a more seasoned person if it were a big jam in this inning. First things first, this is on Sonny to get out of it right here. 2-2 is outside. Another deep count. 3-2. Gray and the Red Sox are on the ropes. Bases loaded for Cody Clemens. Sonny Gray, who was awesome for 2 years here for the Twins, needs a big pitch. Here it is, and it is grounded on the first base side. Backhanded by Contreras. Flips underhand to Gray in time, and they got him. And that is enormous for Sonny Gray. Twins leave them loaded. We go to the fourth inning, 2-0 Minnesota. Masa Yoshida going to lead it off as we go to the fourth inning. Big time pitch right there for Sonny Gray with the bases loaded. This game could have gotten out of hand. Instead, still only 2-0 for the Twins. Yoshida, Contreras, and Abreu. McCable's look really good. The pitch. Masa softly grounds one to second. It is handled there by Keishel. He throws to first. And on one pitch, there's one away. Now, I like the aggression from Masa. I think it puts Contreras in a tough spot because Sonny just threw all those pitches in that inning. You'd like to give him a little breather, and a one pitch out, not quite what you're looking for.
Yeah, pick your spots right here. You don't want to be too aggressive about the shoot.
Having said that, Contreras has been one of their hottest hitters. Abreu out on deck. 2-0 Twins. The pitch. A little bit up and in. Ball one. 110th pitch of the game brought to you by 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. Visit any of their 33 locations all throughout New England. 1-0. That's a strike on the outside corner. I think that's veteran awareness from Wilson. Wants to see at least one.
Yeah, if you're facing Abel, you want to be just a little bit, I don't want to say tentative, but selective already. This is a guy that's thrown some balls.
And that one hits him on the left elbow. And he had the guard there, so Contreras, who has been such a master of that in his career, is aboard with one out for Wilyer Abreu.
His right foot's touching the chalk line.
He almost dares pitchers to come in, doesn't he?
Come on in.
And here now Wilyer, who looked spectacular at the plate last night and really has all year. One on, one out in the fourth. Pitch. Abreu takes a strike, borderline, on the outside corner. In the last 10 years, only Anthony Rizzo and Mark Canha have been hit by a pitch more than Contreras. He's at first. 0-1 the pitch. That's outside. Really good take by Abreu. He's had such a good feel for the zone. Twins got their first run in the first on a ball that was cut off, I think, wrongly by Contreras, and then Buxton solo blast to begin the third. 1-1 to Abreu. Pitch. High and tight. Actually outside, away from Abreu, beg your pardon, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, this Red Sox lineup has played into Abel's game plan. They've been pretty aggressive on pitches that have a ton of movement, starting over the plate and working their way off. Starting to see them be a little bit more selective.
2-1, hitters count. Pitch is skied into left field. It sends the left fielder way back onto the warning track, but Larnach is there to make the play. Wilyer just missed that one. And they're two away for Trevor Story.
Yeah, it was a good count, a good swing on a decent pitch to hit. It was just a little bit off, slightly elevated.
That's the adjustment he's been trying to make, and he's shown an ability to get to that pitch right at the top of the zone. Just a little tardy there. And here now Trevor Story. I guess at the very least, the Red Sox have given Sonny a little bit of a breather. Trevor struck out his first time. Yankees have fallen behind 6-0 to the LA Angels in the top of the sixth. Story waits. Abel throws, and Trevor takes one that's dropped by Caratini. All the way over to second goes Contreras. That's got to be a pass ball. You don't really see it in the PitchCom era. That almost looked like a cross-up. He just didn't glove that fastball that stayed up. Just absolutely clunked it.
Hit him right in the mitt, bounced out. Had a little cut on it.
It is a pass ball. So now 1-0 to Story. Man, would a big fly go a long way here? Pitch is a check swing. Did he go? Yes, according to the home plate umpire, Lance Barrett. And it's 1-1.
Got to make contact right here with this Red Sox offense. Has been doing well as of late. Is just passing the baton.
1-1. Wilson dancing around at second. The pitch is swung on and missed. That's been the Achilles heel this year. Slider, and it's 1-2. Red Sox on EEI, brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Official vehicle of that dirty water. Wilson Contreras keeps grimacing, which bothers me. Maybe because he got hit by that pitch. He's kind of stretching himself out as he leads from second. 1-2. I thought it hit him on the elbow. I guess it's possible it kind of clipped him above that left hip. Kind of grabbing around that area. Ball and 2 strikes to Trevor Story. Pitch is a ground ball on the left side. It is handled there by Gray. He throws to first and the inning is over. Red Sox get a base runner but nothing more. Frustrating again. 2-0 Twins. To the bottom of the fourth we go on the Shaws and Star Market WE Radio Network. A really important half inning for Sonny Gray, who's run 69 pitches through 3. Left-handed hitting Brooks Lee in there, and he takes another first pitch ball. We were noticing that Wilson Contreras was experiencing some pain leading off of second base there. I think we're going to get a look from the Nesson truck in a moment on that. 1-0 to Lee. He drives one high and deep into right field. Abreu can only watch it fly into the seats. It is gone. For the second straight inning, the Twins lead off with a solo homer, and they lead it 3-0.
That was a 1-0 pitch, continually behind in the count today. Just fighting something mechanically, release point, grip on the ball, whatever it is, he's not comfortable out there on the mound.
Well, and Lenny, it's like Crochet last night. It's all stuff on the inner half. He was ready for that, and he launched.
It was a 4-seam fastball right on the inner half, just below the belt buckle.
So the hole is deeper. Here's Tristan Gray, who takes a strike on the inside corner. I'm going to go back and start to tally this thing up. This is not good for Alex Cora and the Red Sox because Crochet was lifted after an inning and 2/3 last night. Watson seems impossible that he would be available tonight. Samaniego down. The kid Jack Anderson is up from AAA. The Red Sox suddenly find themselves in a pitching bind even with the off day coming on Thursday.
You're at the point where Aroldis Chapman probably has to get an inning as well.
No doubt about it. 1-1. That's in the dirt. Carlos Narvaez liked the shape of that pitch. But it's a ball and it's 2-1.
Just seems like it's been 2-1 all evening.
Here is the 2-1, and that looked very close, but called a ball. So now 3-1. You know, Sonny in this game has now faced 20 hitters, make it 18, and he has sort of surprisingly thrown a first pitch strike to 10 of them. Here's a line drive into right field. That's a base hit. But even when he has thrown that first pitch strike, He tends to have fallen behind with 2 or 3 out of the zone, and another good piece of hitting by the Twins.
Just been inconsistent with the release point. That tells me something mechanically is off with him.
Is that something you can see from here, Lenny, that he's just releasing it from a different spot?
What I'm seeing from the screen in front of me is he's oftentimes yanking it glove side, which means he's getting around it.
So run in, a man aboard, and here is a very scary spot. Byron Buxton takes a strike on the inside corner. That's gutsy. I mean, he launched a curveball on the first pitch out last time here. A cutter for strike 1.
You know, Sonny on the mound, he always draws 2 lines from either side of the pitching rubber towards home plate. So he's thinking initially out of the gate about that lane.
Oh, one is a ground ball through into left field, a base hit. They've done a lot of that too, these Twins. That 5.5 hole has just been worn out in these first 2 games. I don't think even the shortstop with the best range in the world gets to that. But another one shoots through 3 straight hits. 4th inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. The deadline to file taxes is tomorrow. Hope you got them ready by now. Don't miss your chance to donate your car to Cars for Kids for $26 deduction. All right, here we go again. I mean, another spot where Sonny's got to try to stop the bleeding. The pitch to Larnach is not close at all.
See if he can pull another Houdini and get out of this inning with 1 run. He's at 79 pitches right now. If he can get out of this inning with just that 1 run, that's going to help this bullpen. They're only down by 3.
It looks like Danny Coulomb is throwing. 1-0, strike on the inside corner. I can't see who the other is. It could be Zach Kelly, or it could be the new guy, Jack Anderson. Can you imagine? I actually think it is.
I think it is too.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
Are you kidding me? Oh, imagine the adrenaline. 1-1 is a ball. This is not what made Sonny Gray so good for 2 years here. Consistently behind and unable to spin it the way that he normally does. 2-1, 3-0 Twins. 2 on, none out. Here's the pitch, and he misses outside. I'll tell you what, Keishel is on deck. He's a right-handed hitter. You got Bell, the switch hitter, on deck. After that, in a spot, if you hadn't been burned in the bullpen last night, I would have gone to somebody right here. Sonny just does not look right. 3-1. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Now that was excellent. An enormous changeup. So now 3-2, and this is the biggest pitch of the game coming up right here.
It's a gutsy pitch right there. 3-1 changeup right down the middle. Really, really nice action on it to work its way off the plate, get that swing and miss.
Buxton at first. Gray at second. 3-0 Twins, a huge 3-2. Here it is. Ripped down the right field line, and that's down for an extra base hit. Coming home to score is Gray. Right behind him, Buxton. Throw to second in time, they say. But that is a Pyrrhic victory as the Twins play 2 more, and it's 5-0.
Just couldn't get that ground ball. Great changeup prior to that pitch. That one was just left up a little bit, was able to handle it. Line drive into right field. It was a sinker, same location as the previous pitch without the movement.
Twins were thinking about challenging. They will not. So Larnach drives in 2 more runs. How about Byron Buxton? 2 hits, 2 driven in, and 3 runs scored. He has really been their motor. Here's a strike to Keishel on the outside corner. Well, now that it's 5-0, you're just desperate for Sonny to get you through this inning any way he can. And I do think now the kid is going to make his major league debut tonight almost no matter what.
Buxton's going to be due for an oil change after tonight.
0-1. Check swing he went around, did Keishel, and it's 0-2. We're going to see Jack Anderson tonight. It might happen this inning. If not, then certainly in the bottom of the 5th inning. I mean, I suppose unless the Red Sox put 3, 4, 5 runs up. The way Abel's been throwing it, that's a tall ask. 0-2 is a soft ground ball toward third and foul. And how to play amazing, given how good the Red Sox rotation was the last time through, that now Crochet and Gray have just been hammered here. in Minneapolis.
Yeah, this is a rotation coming into the season touted as one of the best in the league. Came out of the gates really slow, weren't getting deep into games, weren't effective at all. Past couple times around the line, did an outstanding job.
Going to Keichel. That's down and in. I will say this, Lenny, as much as I broadly agree with your philosophy that if you can pitch to contact, get quick outs, let the defense do it behind you, this start to the season is in some ways a cautionary tale about the risks of that. When you invite contact, you get into big trouble sometimes. Here's contact behind the bag. Kiner-Falefa just has enough on the throw from second to get it over to first. Now, again, we're talking about a 17-game sample. So over time, generally, guys like Bayo and Gray, it evens out, and they get weak contact, and they make big pitches. But so far, they've not gotten swing and miss, and they've been hit hard. Here's Josh Bell from the left side. He takes ball one.
And not all contact is built the same. 0-2 contact versus 2-0 contact are completely different. 0-2 contact is you're swinging at a slider off the plate because you have to protect.
Yep. It's a great point, the 1-0. Strike on the inside corner. These hitters are comfortable and in swing mode.
Yeah, he's been 2-0, 2-1 consistently throughout the evening. And because of that, they're waiting for him to come back in the zone. Something they can do damage on.
5-0 Twins. Gray throws. Bell takes low. Sweeper. Can you imagine? You can. You've lived it. But what is going on in Jack Anderson's mind right now?
I can't feel my legs.
Truly.
Yeah, and that's exactly when I was running in the old Yankee Stadium on April 23rd of 04, running toward the mound, could not feel my legs. Just telling myself, don't trip.
2-1 is a ground ball to second. Kiner-Falefa goes to a knee. He's got it. Throws to first, and the inning is over. But 3 in for the Twins. Well, we're going to see Mr. Anderson in the 5th, barring something dramatic for the Red Sox. 5-0 Twins on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox. Jarren Duran will lead it off and try to spark something as we go to the top of the 5th. Twins 5, Red Sox 0 as Mick Abel has been in a groove. Takes strike one on the outside corner, does Duran. Jarren struck out his first time. A check swing. 5 runs on 9 hits for Minnesota, the pitch. Jarren tries to check again, and this time it is not a swing, according to the third base umpire, William Traynor.
Yeah, if you're Mick Abel, you can just go out there and breathe now. Pitch to contact even more. Use the movement inside the strike zone. Go right after the hitters.
Red Sox offense did a good job chipping away last night. The 1-1 outside. They need it again tonight. A team that's built on pitching, if you get a couple clunkers in a row from guys like Crochet and Sonny Gray, the hitters need to do their part.
Past few nights they have.
Yep, 2-1. Duran swings and misses. Fastball up and away. I think he chased one there, and it's 2-2.
It was really the only bright spot, other than the bullpen going out and doing a good job of filling up innings. But the lineup kept the foot on the pedal, kept passing the baton.
So far in this season, the Minnesota Twins look like a group that has really benefited from a philosophical shift offensively. 2-2 to Duran is a hard ground ball to the right side. But right into the defense again. Keichel's got it. Throws to first. And 2 down for Carlos Narvaez. We take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Will Fleming, Lenny DiNardo. Another tough night in Minneapolis. 5-0 Twins. Narvaez swings at the first pitch and fouls it back for strike one. In just a moment, the bullpen door in left field is going to swing open. A 26-year-old Jack Anderson is going to come on for the first time and throw on a major league mound. Family's here. And imagine what they are thinking right now, too. 0-1 to Narvaez. Fouled on the first base side. Carlos struck out his first time. Red Sox have had so little going offensively tonight. Abel, he's got good stuff. There's no doubt about that. But they have struck out 6 times. Looked overmatched. 0-2 swing and a miss. He got him. That's a sweeper, and they're 2 away.
Yeah, you can see the plan against Narvaez. Everything away. Whether it's a fastball, sweeper, just starting it off the black early in the count and letting it work its way off late.
All right, here, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. A lot of sort of confused looks in that third base Red Sox dugout. Not going well at the moment. Here's IKF. He swings and fouls one back to the screen, and it's 0-1.
You know, Ober yesterday, Abel today. Both of those guys changing speeds, really effective with the movement, getting ahead. Both 27-degree arm action as far as the angle, too. Simmer release.
Let love bloom, by the way, in a 2026 Subaru, and find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Some good news on that scoreboard for the Sox. 0-1 pitch outside. It's so early, and yet not the time really to worry that much about the scoreboard. And if the Red Sox don't play better, what other teams do will not matter at all. But it's never an unhappy announcement to say that the Yankees trail 6-0 in the top of the 7th.
You know, the Red Sox won 2 series prior to this one by losing the first game and finishing strong.
2-1 is looped into shallow center field. Buxton coming on. He cannot get it. Off the end of the bat, in for a hit. That is such soft contact, but it does the trick. And so Kiner-Falefa is aboard, and that'll bring up Roman Anthony.
See if Roman can chip away right here. He's absolutely due to hit the ball over the fence. This is a guy that started off the year chasing pitches kind of outside of what he normally does. Then hitting the ball on the ground. Past couple nights, you're actually seeing him drive the baseball a little bit more. If he can get under one right here, start chipping away.
Kiner-Falefa at first. Pitch. Roman takes a strike on the outside corner. He hit his last and only homer the opposite way April the 1st in Houston 13 days ago. But as Lenny said, there have been some signs that he's turning a corner. 0-1. Pitch. That is perfect on the outside corner. And it's 0-2.
He's getting a steady diet of changeups. Trying to get him out on that front foot.
Again, until the offense, and especially until Durbin or anyone else behind him starts to hit, he's going to get that kind of stuff over and over again. 0-2. 5-0 Twins. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner, and Roman is rung up. Inning over, frustrations. Well, maybe not the situation Red Sox Nation would have wanted to welcome Jack Anderson to the major leagues. But here he is on the mound, first time in Minneapolis. A memory he'll have forever. Matt Wallner, left-handed batter. Anderson winds, he throws, and a foul straight back. First pitch of his major league career. He probably won't get that souvenir. And makes a nice play. And it's 0-1. This is a kid who came over in the minor league portion of the Rule 5 draft. Lately pitching quite well for AAA Worcester. The 0-1 is a swing and a miss. Now that was a really good splitter. And it's 0-2. He pitched for Great Britain in the WBC. And mom, wife, dad, all in attendance. 0-2. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Well, he's thrown 3 pitches. They've all been different. Showing it all in his first outing, and it's 1-2.
He's gotten ahead. You get those first couple pitches out of the way, then the butterflies start going. And you can concentrate on pitching.
If you say so. 1-2 to Matt Wallner, a name he'll never forget. And Wallner sort of steps out. I never get tired of seeing parents who put so much into realizing this dream along with their kids. They're here, and they are so emotional. The 1-2 pitch is a foul on the first base side. Wearing number 77 on a red jersey. Kid who pitched at Florida State. Originally drafted by the Tigers. 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it is just high. Fastball, and it's 2-2. How is it possible, Lenny, after achieving in real time the thing you've always wanted, to try to stay centered?
You don't think about it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
2-2 is swung on and missed. Welcome to the big leagues, Jack Anderson. His first hitter faced is a strikeout, and there's one away. How cool is that?
I like the stuff. I tell you what, the fastball plays. The splitter, he's throwing a lot of strikes. If he's nervous, you wouldn't know it at this point.
Mom and wife are, I'll tell you that much. I don't know whether the Twins are wondering whether that was catcher's interference, because it seemed like right after the swing and miss, Wallner was talking to the home plate umpire. Derek Shelton comes out and joins that conversation. And he's trying to rival in that way Ryan Watson's major league debut, where he twice had strike three overturned by challenges. And I don't know what in the world Wallner's talking about. I mean, it didn't come within a foot of the glove. Maybe asked for time and didn't get it. Who knows? Here's Victor Caratini. Pitch is just outside with a fastball. And 92 miles an hour.
Well, he'll be telling that story for a long, long time. You never forget your first strikeout in the big leagues.
1-0 is a strike. And unfortunately, he was only here for this kind of a situation. Red Sox certainly would have preferred that, Sonny Gray go deep into the game, be better after Crochet got hit so hard. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. But now it's his moment. And just like last night, Lenny, it's a big one because it's still only the fifth inning. You got to try to hold the line.
Game's early enough where you can still do some damage. I mean, 5 runs. We've seen the Red Sox come back from that.
2-1, fouled back to the screen. And it's 2-2.
It's his job right now to go out there and fill as many innings as possible. He was starting in AAA, so this is a guy who's built up.
He walks almost nobody. He's got pretty good command. Not a huge arm. 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him. 2 hitters faced, 2 hitters fanned for Jack Anderson. That is awesome on an otherwise dreary night, and they're 2 away.
He heard from Tyler Samaniego how fun it is to go out and strike out the side your first time. So he's like, you know what, let's see how that feels.
That is so cool. Here's Cody Clemens. 2 down, bases empty. 5-0 though, Twins here. Pitch is a little bit outside. Code word of the game is Metrodome. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. Metrodome no longer around, and here we are at Target Field. It has not been kind this year to the Sox so far. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Now that was a good sweeper. 1-1.
Metrodome.
Got some good memories.
Shivers up my spine.
Yep. Thinking about the teams they had in there, too.
They had some talent, I tell you what.
Headline, of course, by Kirby Puckett. The 1-1 is fouled back to the screen, and now Jack Anderson is a strike away from fanning the side in his major league debut.
Puckett, Herbeck,
Gaetti, Gladden. And, I mean, for a time there, Molitor, Dave Winfield. I mean, incredible talent. 2 down, bottom 5. 5-0 Minnesota. Jack Anderson winds, he throws, and a swing and a foul back to the screen. Isn't it amazing thinking about this wonderful sport that we love so much, the crossing of generations? Here you got a kid on the mound in his late 20s, pitching for the first time after toiling through the minor leagues, facing the son of one of the all-time great Red Sox rookies. The 1-2 is outside, and not just rookies, but like the anointed next star. And, of course, Roger lived up to every bit of that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Anderson looks the part. Into his wind, he throws, and a swing and a foul. Narvaez couldn't quite hang on. It stays 2-2.
Cody's giving him a run for his money right here. He's looking for that punchy. Cody keeps spoiling it.
He's trying to act like Spike Owen against his pop. 2-2. Anderson delivers. And a swing and a pop-up behind third base foul, and it's into the seats and out of play. So this is a real battle. Cody will see at least 9 pitches in this at-bat.
He's seen all his pitches. Fastball, sweeper, splitter. Let's see what he goes to in this 2-2 count.
2-2. Here it is again. And a foul again. Straight back.
Went back to the splitter right there. Let's see if he throws a fastball up in the zone off of that split.
Thing is, he might be in for a while tonight. 2-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss, and Jack Anderson in his major league debut strikes out the side in Minneapolis. What a moment for that young man.
Game.
Another fair point, Coach.
Mass Mutual, official partner of the Red Sox. Learn more at massmutual.com.
Caleb Durbin is in, and he takes strike one on the outside corner. Mick Abel is rolling along. Pitch is popped up on the first base side over the dugout and out of play. By the way, I apologize. I did not realize, nor did I hear the announcement from here. Caught up in the Anderson debut. Wilson Contreras was removed from the game with some back tightness. So it's just going from bad to worse right now. 0-2 to Caleb Durbin. Abel's been in a groove. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Softly hit. It is handled out there by Brooks Lee. Throws to first in time. And there's one away. We're also seeing some video. Another incident involving Jarren Duran and some fans. So just one of those nights that things are piling up that will not thrill Alex Cora, the front office, the fan base, least of all. Here's Masa Yoshida, who takes a pitch up and away, ball one.
Obvious signs of frustration, and the news about Wilson Contreras getting pulled out of this game, that's the worst possible. He's been the absolute battery pack for this Red Sox.
1-0 to Masa. 1 for 2 tonight. Here he lines one foul on the left field side and out of play. I mean, it's early. But Contreras, one of their leaders, he's also kind of a spark plug, electricity up and down. Under one to Masa. Pitch is a ground ball through into left field, a base hit. All he does is hit and get on base. I will say with Contreras going down, it probably opens up some more windows to get Masa playing time. And here is the man who replaced Wilson in that inning, Andrew Monasterio, who's looked good. Shaw's Star Market Grand Slam Summer Sweepstakes is your chance to get free groceries for a year, plus other incredible prizes. Here's Monasterio. He takes a strike on the inside corner. Official rules at Shaw's or starmarket.com/Grand Slam.
Yeah, he's making the most of his appearances. At RBI pinch hit single to 7th last night.
0-1. Pitch is outside. He checked his swing. You know, I love the base hit, obviously, Lenny. I loved it just as much in a way. In the 9th inning, the Red Sox had a little traffic, still trailing by 7 runs, and he struck out and was beside himself. Real competitor. 1-1 the pitch. He is a strike on the outside corner.
He's another one of those guys that doesn't quite get the same amount of playing time as his teammates, so he wants to go out there and perform as much as possible.
But what a hole that is in the Red Sox lineup. I mean, their cleanup hitter is out of the game. 1-2. Pitch is high and outside. We have no information. We've heard nothing about it. You just pray that it's minor. I would be surprised if he's in there tomorrow. Normally, especially with the off day Thursday, give it a couple days. But for an offense, it's already searching. 2-2, strike 3 called. He wants to challenge. It was close.
The pitch is called a strike. The batter is challenging.
And here comes the ruling, an important one here in Minneapolis, and it's a strike right there.
The call is confirmed. Boston has one challenge remaining.
Well, that's just emotions getting the best of a young hitter. It wasn't close. I'm wrong. That was middle.
That was like 2 baseball lengths inside the strike zone.
9th strikeout for Abel. And this becomes one of those moments where you'd like Abreu to stay patient, but he also, it seems like he almost needs to do something dramatic here. He grounds one hard to first, and on one hop it's caught by Clemens, and that ends dealing loud contact. But so far, another really frustrating night. Jack Anderson continues in the game. Brooks Lee, left-handed. Lines went into left field, but Roman has got a chance over to his right. He's there to make the play. It's a 4 up and 4 down for Jack Anderson. A couple things unusual about this debut for this young man. I mean, he had to race up here after the craziness of yesterday. You don't often debut on your first day in the major leagues. Alex Cora really likes to give guys a chance to get settled and normalized, but they had no choice tonight. This is why he's here. Pitch to Tristan Gray is a strike on the inside corner, and the other part of it is, normally, when you get through a first inning like that, you're done. But not when you're the long guy here to save the bullpen. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Check swing. He definitely went around. That was a great curveball, and it's 0-2. His family was standing and going crazy in the first inning. Now they're seated. Taking it all in stride.
You go out there, you strike out the side for your debut. Where do you go from there? You can strike everybody out.
0-2. He strikes him out. Gray is gone. That's pretty cool. 5 up, 5 down. It'll bring up Byron Buxton.
I mean, you can try to strike everybody out. He's done a pretty good job of it so far. The stuff plays. It really does. A lot of depth on that pitch.
Well, it goes without saying this is another really rough night. Gray got hit hard, was not sharp. Contreras is out with an injury. Duran kind of got into it with a fan. Here's Buxton, who's been so good in this series. He's homered and singled twice. He takes a pitch up for ball 1.
He's been really aggressive early in counts.
Infield plays him to pull. 1-0. High with a fastball. I wouldn't blame him for staying away from Buxton. Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit newenglandmetalroofing.com and never re-roof again. 2-0 the pitch. High fly in the left field. It is way back, and Buxton has done it again off the third deck. Second homer of the night, third of the series. He is white hot. And the Twins lead at 6-0.
Tried to elevate the first 2 pitches of the at-bat. Wasn't biting, got 2-0, and then got a breaking ball down. Was able to get the barrel to it. Drove it out of the ballpark.
He'd been scuffling coming in, no longer. So here now Trevor Larnach. Pitch. He has a strike on the inside corner. But again, it bears repeating. The score is now 6-0. They're going to ride Anderson. This is why he's here.
You have to.
0-1 is a little bit outside. Connolly early will pitch the day game finale tomorrow. Yeah, it wasn't a horrible pitch from Anderson at all. It was below the zone, but Buxton is seeing grapefruits right now.
It's a really good job of getting to that slider.
1-1. Down it. And he goes through these stretches, Lenny Buxton, where you think, had he been healthy, he'd be an inner circle Hall of Famer. He's having fun. He's so hot. 2-1. Foul back. Elevated a fastball there, and it's 2-2.
You never forget your first strikeout, and you never forget your first home run.
Well, I mean, if you're going to give it up to anybody.
It's going to be the same story. It's all good.
4 strikeouts, a homer, a line out, 2 down to Larnach. Anderson trying to get through this in. He throws, and it just misses. Splitter runs it to 3-2. Payoff way outside. He sort of lost his footing there on a splitter. So a 2-out walk. Extend the inning to Luke Keeschel. And I would imagine, Lenny, you can relate to that. First big league homer surrendered. You maybe get a little more tentative.
Yeah, I mean, you strike out the first 3. You're thinking, oh, man, this is pretty easy. This whole big league thing.
Probably doesn't take that long to figure out it's not.
It's difficult.
6-0 Twins. 2 outs. The pitch. Line looper into shallow right field. Out Kiner Falefa in Abreu. He slides and he made the play. He dropped it on the transfer. That is definitely a catch. And the umpires say that it was. I mean, Willier has made 2 more Gold Glove plays here tonight. That's a big one behind Anderson. The Twins thinking about it. They will not look. It is 6-0. After 6, Twins lead on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
All natural chicken is on sale at Shaws and Star Market. Get value pack signature select.
Trevor Story leads it off as we go to the top of the 7th. Red Sox not having a lot of fun here tonight. They trail 6-0. Story waits the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Lower back tightness, the official word from the Red Sox on Contreras. 0-1. Soft ground ball foul on the third base side. Arbella Insurance Foundation dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher during this year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. They're here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. Trevor tonight has struck out and grounded out. Trying to get anything going. The Sox with only 4 hits tonight. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Mick Abel's got 10 strikeouts tonight.
He just continues to go after the Red Sox. You can see the plan. Get ahead, stay ahead. Using the fastball to set up those secondary pitches. He's going up with the fastball. Change up, a ton of arm side movement, slider, glove side.
Twins have got action going in their bullpen. Abel in a groove as Duran grounds one softly to first. It's handled by Clemens, flips to the pitcher. And on his 85th pitch, McAbel gets out number 2. Subaru New England scoreboard. Let love bloom in a 2026 Subaru. Get yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Angels still lead the Yankees 7-0. Brewers over the Blue Jays 3-2. Tampa Bay does lead the White Sox 6-3, and the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the 9th have just beaten the Orioles 4-3. 2 down for Narvaez. He takes pitch outside, ball 1. Oh, look, Alex Cora moved Trevor out of the 2nd spot in the order. Tonight he's batting 6th. Duran down in the 7 hole this evening. 1-0. Strike. It's hard to fathom what they do if Contreras is gone for a little while. I mean, there just are not a lot of easy answers. The first one will be that Yoshida will play more. They got to find a way to do that. 1-1 is a little outside. The problem, of course, Lenny, is that the way the roster is, Contreras is not an outfielder. They still have this surplus of guys who play the outfield. But, I mean, these days, Yoshida looks like their best hitter other than Abreu.
As far as contact is concerned, we talk about having that guy in the lineup, the feared hitter, and what that does as far as protection, helping other guys get good pitches to hit. And you were talking about a guy that just has really been the lightning rod for this Red Sox club as far as getting them to go when they need to.
2-2 to Carlos Narvaez. He's cooled off big time at the plate. Struck out twice tonight. 2-2. He got him again. 11 strikeouts for Mick Abel. This is why they traded for him. Red Sox are gone very quickly. Jack Anderson continues in the game as we go to the bottom of the 7th, and he misses with a curveball. Outside to Josh Bell for ball 1. Rivalry report, Yankees do trail the Angels 7-0. Sponsored by River Spring Residences, setting a new standard for memory care in New York City. The 1-0. High with the fastball. 878-3379-RIVER or riverspringresidences.org/radio to schedule a tour. Really a tough night for the Red Sox. 2-0. Pitch outside. Coming into the year, Lenny, we would have said that out of camp, 2 guys you could least afford to lose, Garrett Crochet and Roman Anthony. I think that's probably still the case. 3-0. Pitch. Strike on the inside corner. But the way that the Red Sox went about their offseason, the way they built this roster, they did not bring in a surplus of power hitters. And so it's not that hard to argue that Wilson is next in line. 3-1 is a strike on the inside corner. They are searching so badly for power, and without him, it gets even harder.
You know, he definitely brings power to the table. It's a guy who's had 6 seasons with 20 or more home runs. But more than that, I mean, he's just been an on-base machine. When a team that's struggling to do that.
3-2 popped up. Foul side of third. Durbin gives a look, but it's out of play. And it's really hard to be the energizer and be the leader if you're not in there.
And he has been the leader, and that happened organically. You got a new guy in the clubhouse, and it's just relatively quickly, people just, they've taken to him.
You just really hope it's a little tightness and nothing more than that. 3-2 to Josh Bell. Jack Anderson throws. And a ground ball on the right side, backhanded by Monasteri. He's good everywhere he plays defensively. Steps on the first base bag. And there's one away. Good job by Anderson. First time in the major leagues to cover first base.
It's a good job staying in that at bat as well. You know, going 3-0, getting back to 3-2 and getting the ball on the ground.
Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Every Nissan designed for people who refuse to settle for less. Take life by the wheel and drive it like you mean it. Anderson's taking life by the wheel tonight. That's a good slider to Matt Wallner for strike 1.
Right, a lot of firsts for him today. What else can he check off the list?
First outing, first strikeout, first home run yielded as Wallner swings over the top of a really good splitter, and it's 0-2. I think the Red Sox may want to walk Buxton tomorrow. I mean, he's that hot. Connolly early takes the ball. Trying to salvage the series finale, barring a big-time comeback. 0-2. Soft ground ball on the right side. Monasterio thought about it. He lets Kiner Falefa make the throw to first, and it's just in time. And they're 2 down.
Great job by Monasterio right there. There's a guy that doesn't get a ton of playing time. He's at first base right now, but knowing when to go to your right to go get that ball, when not to. Split-second decision.
So 2 down. Here's Victor Caratini batting left. The pitch right in there. Anderson looks good. Strike 1. Red Sox need something to turn here these next few days. And by the way, it does not get easier after this series in Minneapolis. The schedule's brutal for the next couple weeks. And a lot of AL East foes, the 0-1 in the dirt. So you come home off day Thursday. Friday, the Tigers for 4, wrap around into Patriots Day. And then 3 with the Yankees. Off you go to Baltimore for 3 and in Toronto for 3.
Good news is nobody in the AL East is running away with it at this point.
No, they're not. 1-1. Driven high and deep down the right field line, but foul. Laser beam out of play. And it is 1-2. And as I said a little bit earlier, Lenny, they're not. And so unlike the first week where you're 5.5 games back, 7 games in, at some point that's a little immaterial. They got to play better. 1-2. Chopper foul off the end of the bat.
They can get hot during that run of AL East teams. You know, they can create a little bit of separation right there.
I forgot to tell you all the things that you'd love about Mick Abel. He was too busy striking out Red Sox hitters. 1-2. The pitch is a little bit low. So he, like you, is a cat lover. But,
like all animals.
Well, sure. But he took it to another level. He's got 2 pet cats, Ralph and Rory. And he created an Instagram account for them.
I like that guy. Ralph and Rory.
Whether or not he's got a leopard gecko, unknown. 2-2 pitch. Looper foul on the third base side. Now to play.
There's something about naming your pet just like a human name. Like, that's my Labrador Jim. You know, there's something to that. It's hilarious.
You met my dachshund Luis? 2-2 to Caratini. Pitch is a little bit low, and the count is full.
I've always wanted a Scotty so I can name him Sean. My dachshund.
Oh, man. How great was Celebrity Jeopardy with Sean Connery? The 3-2 pitch comes home, and it's a grounded to second. Kiner-Falefa's been busy. He always goes to a knee, it seems. He makes the play, throws to first in time. The pen is mightier. We go to the eighth inning, 6-0 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market.
Shaws and Star Market have your chance to attend the world's biggest soccer games at Boston Stadium. Learn more at shaws.com or starmarket.com/soccer sweeps.
There's Taylor Rogers, left-hander, whose brother is the right-hander Submariner. They spent time together in San Francisco, but now back in the place where it all began. Rogers with the Twins. We'll see Kiner-Falefa, Roman Anthony, and Caleb Durbin strike on the outside corner. Alex Cora thinks the Red Sox are going to score 7 runs in this inning because he's got Aroldis Chapman up in the bullpen.
Like the confidence.
He needs to throw. It's been a week for him. 0-1. It's ground ball foul on the third base side. Wouldn't that be great? I mean, it's been a total one-sided couple of days here in Minneapolis. See if Kiner-Falefa can find a way, but he's behind 0-2. Rogers is in the game because Anthony and Yoshida do up. If anybody reaches, 0-2. High pop-up into left field. Over comes Larnach, out Lee and Gray, and the Twin left fielder. And foul ground is there to make the play. And it's out number 1. And here now Roman. Red Sox do not have a run yet tonight. Twins with 6. Boston out hit 10-4 game score. Brought to you by Veg ER. Official emergency veterinarian partner of the Boston Red Sox. Here's Roman. 1 for 3 tonight. Takes strike 1 in the outside corner.
That's been the story all night. Twins pitchers have been getting ahead consistently.
Well, Abel was awesome. Did everything he wanted. 0-1. Minor foul. Left field side and out of play. Caleb Durbin is out on deck. He'd be next. He had some mint green batting gloves earlier tonight. He was very pleased to roll out, but 0 for 3. He's gone back to the previous white on white. 0-2 to Roman. 1 down, top 8. Pitch just outside. And not all is lost. We got the treasure hunt trail mix again. Why do orange M&Ms taste better than the other colors? I don't understand that.
Do they taste different?
No.
What am I missing?
1 and 2, psychosomatic. Here's a
because they're Skittles.
Foul. Yeah. I really, the one thing I don't like in the trail mix is like the only good thing for you, which is the raisins. I really wish it were just the peanuts, cashews, and the M&Ms. Red are pretty good too. 1 and 2 to Roman. Rogers throws, and Roman swings and fouls it just out of the middle. Caratini, he wanted to hold on to that. He does not. Roman, one of Abel's 10 strikeout victims tonight. The numbers for the Red Sox offense the last couple of years are black and white. If they strike out 10 or more times, they lose. 1 and 2. Set up away from Roman. The pitch is outside off the plate. It's 2 and 2.
I mean, Abel just put on a clinic today. Just an absolute great job getting ahead, letting the ball move all over the place, both sides.
2 and 2. Pitch. High pop foul. Out of play. I mean, he was good. His stuff is good. But that's happened too often early in this season where a pitcher has had his best outing of the year. And for Anthony, you have no doubt he'll turn it around. But so far, the strikeouts have been a real concern. 2-2. Pitch. Swinging a line drive into left field. That's down. It might be extra bases. Roman makes the turn at first. He's thinking about it. Throw is cut off with a foot first slide. I think Jose David Flores kind of wanted him to hang out there at first, but Roman was smelling extra bases. And he's got a one-out double. He looks to the Red Sox third base dugout and says, I got no time for the celebration that was born out of my own TikTok video. He basically just did like a half-hearted salute.
Well, I like the swing, especially with 2 strikes right there, being able to sit, let it get deep, and drive the ball the other way, get it in the air.
His third double of the year is Caleb Durbin, trying to keep the line moving, takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Massa is due out on deck. You got Cedon on the bench. We'll see what happens here with Durbin. It's still a 6-run lead. The pitch is pop foul. Alex is so good at navigating these things where I think if it were 3-0, 2-0, there'd be zero doubt. But Massa never plays with the way the roster is. So in some ways, he's had a couple of hits tonight. You ride with him and save Cedon for a spot where power might be needed later. 1-1, strike on the outside corner. Like if the Red Sox really keep this rally going, there are a lot of places later on where you might use him.
If you could get it done with one swing, that's when you want Rafaela.
All right, Caleb Durbin is challenging this here, and he's right. Well, that is...
The call is overturned. Boston has 1 challenge remaining.
That's a big spot there, and that's a horrible miss by Lance Barrett. He's had a good zone tonight, I think, but that one was 3 inches up above the zone. So now 2-1 to Durbin. Good challenge. 6-0. Anthony at second with 1 down. Pitch. Durbin takes another ball. That's good stuff there. I think the frustrating part in this series, Lenny, in addition to just the piling up of runs, is that the Twins' bullpen is not very good. And the Red Sox have not seen much of it. 3-1. Here's the pitch. Durbin takes ball 4. Good stuff for Caleb. So now Yoshida will face the lefty with 2 on and 1 out.
It goes back to that 1-1 challenge right there. The difference between a 1-2 and a 2-1 is pretty significant.
Yeah, great challenge. Lenny, you're about to get christened. How about it?
Okay, well, that walk is brought to you by Northside Adult Diapers. For even the heaviest control problems, visit northshore.com.
I'm not really in the mood to laugh, to be honest.
It's been that kind of couple days.
Couple runs in here, we'll talk. All right, here's Yoshida, left on left. 2 for 3 tonight, and he takes a ball outside. Now, this is a spot where it is highlighted how much you miss Wilson Contreras because he would be next. Instead, it's Monasterio. 1-0. Runners at first and second. The pitch. High fly into left field. It just hangs up for Larnach out there. He comes on. He makes the play. And they're 2 away. So it appears that Jack Anderson's major league debut is done, and super impressive for him. He does give up the homer to Buxton, but it comes on, tough spot, strikes out the side. A night he'll never forget. Here now, Andrew Monasterio. 2 on, 2 out for him, trying to keep this rally going. Pitch. Strike on the inside corner.
Getting back to what you were saying before, as far as pinch hitting Rafaela, you want to put him in there when he can change the game with one swing. Right now, you're just looking for base runners. Get someone to get on base, pass the baton.
Pitch is low. I think Alex Cora, in some ways, picks 1 or 2 hitters per night that he might use somebody for. And a good example tonight would be somebody like IKF. If it's later in the game, makes a lot of sense. Abreu's out on deck. You'd love to have him hit here. 1-1 to Monasterio. Pitch is swung on a miss. Man, fooled badly by a sweeper there. It is 1-2. Anthony's double. And it's more good news for the American Diabetes Association. $50 donated, brought to you in part by Mass Health Connector. Go to mahealthconnector.org to find the right plan for you and your family. 1-2 is strike three called. He knew it. You can't take that pitch in that spot. Cannot. Hitting over 6-0.
View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Well, Aroldis Chapman is on in a spot you wouldn't expect. I mean, he hadn't thrown in a week. But the Red Sox trailing 6-0. They got away with winning a series in St. Louis without him. And here he is facing Cody Clemens in the bottom of the 8th inning. 6-0 Twins. The big left-hander throws. And a fastball. He's right there for his strike. His fastball was down last time, so 97 there is encouraging. Pitching change brought to you by JetBlue. Proud to be the official airline of Boston Sports. Book now at JetBlue.com.
It's always a test when your closer comes in when you're down by 6.
It is. 0-1 is fouled off. He just wants to feel healthy, and he's got to get work in. Now, the Red Sox really want him to have a short inning. Have the up-and-down sensation, get heated up, and then sit down and be ready for what they hope will be a save situation tomorrow. 0-2 to Cody Clemens. Pitch is fouled back. Slider at 88. And I would think, Lenny, in this spot, he wants to be efficient, but having not pitched in a week, it's not a save situation. He might mess around a little bit more, try to get feel for all of his pitches. 0-2. That is high with a fastball. Like, I would be a little surprised. By the way, that was 99. I'd be surprised if we didn't see a splitter or two here tonight, too.
Yeah, it's about getting your work in, which entails using all your pitches, feeling the grips out there.
1-2. Here it is. And a high pop-up. Foul of first. That will get into the stands, out of play. So it stays 1-2. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Every Nissan designed for people who refuse to settle for less. So take life by the wheel and drive it like you mean it. Visit NissanUSA.com for your local dealer.
Seen a couple sliders this at bat. You're seeing a split most likely going to happen versus a right-handed hitter.
1-2. Pitch just outside. Fastball 2-2.
That was 99.
Yeah, the arm is there. As always, he sets up on the third base side of the rubber. 2-2. Pitch hits him. That's not the guy you want to get hit by. In on the hands of Cody Clemens. He looks all right walking down the first base line. Heard the attendance, pretty impressive figure given what we were expecting. It was north of 16,000. It's brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken, the official fried chicken of the Red Sox, and available right here. Well, not right here, but at our ballpark at Fenway. You can get your location nearest you at crispycrunchy.com.
98 on the knuckles of his left hand. I mean, so many small bones in your hand. It's just that's dangerous.
It is one where Clemens sort of sees his season flash before his eyes. But he's good. He'll stay in, tough like his dad. Looks like the Yankees are about to lose to the Angels. Rays all over the White Sox. And the Orioles behind the 8-ball in their game, too. Here's the pitch to Brooks Lee. Batting from the right side. It's fouled straight back. Baltimore has fallen. They lost to Merrill Kelly in the D-backs, so Baltimore 9-8. Red Sox staring at a 6-11 record after this one. Not the way anybody expected it to go. 0-1. Pitch. Swing and a miss.
Leaving St. Louis, there was a little bit of optimism. You're thinking, okay, they could come home at 500.
It's not worked out. And it started with the pitching. Crochet and Gray really fighting it. 0-2. Tigers and Yankees coming to Fenway starting Friday. 0-2. Pop foul. First base side. That was 99 again.
Curious to see if they get anybody up in the bullpen. You want Chapman to be ready. Getting work's one thing, but getting tired's another.
Just thinking the same. Maybe somebody like Coulomb could get up for the second time. I think if he struggles to get outs, that'll happen. 0-2. In the dirt. Slider, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
He's about to throw his 12th pitch. Nobody out right now. I mean, I can't imagine they'd want him throwing more than 18 to 20 pitches.
Yeah, I mean, I would think something like 25 would be the exact upper limit, like a non-negotiable he's done. 1-2. 1 on, none out the pitch. Swing and a miss. So he got him there with a great slider. And there's one away. The Brewers lead the Blue Jays 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th. I mean, Toronto, where the loss would fall to 6-10. Amazingly crowded, and to this point, sort of underachieving AL East.
Something's in the water out east.
Here's Tristan Gray, left-handed hitter. Chapman throws, and he missed his target, but clips the inside corner with a strike, 0-1.
Chapman's not exactly a ground ball pitcher, but that would be a great end to his inning if he could get one right here.
How many times in his life has he pitched out of the bullpen trailing by 6? Here's a check swing foul on the third base side. Not many.
And that's always the story, right? When closers go in and they're not in safe situations, they're not the same guy. They're not the same animal out there. There's just a difference.
In the best possible way, they're psychos. They feed off that adrenaline.
Yes.
1-2. Here's the pitch. That's high. The velocity, though, is encouraging. And I think we'll all be sort of holding our breath when Garrett takes the ball on Sunday against the Tigers. His fastball down a little bit yesterday. 2 days yesterday, I should say. 1-2. Chapman throws. And a swing and a miss. Really good slider. And they're 2 away. It's almost like we know what we're talking about, Lenny, because right now Zach Kelly is up and throwing in the Red Sox bullpen.
Yeah, he's at 16 pitches right now.
Well, how about this matchup? Byron Buxton, who's homered twice tonight, 3 times in the series, facing Chapman the pitch. Swing and a miss. He wanted to make it 3 in a game. Power on power, 0-1.
This is worth sticking around for. He took a hack right there. Woo.
0-1. He's also 4 for 4, Buxton. In this series, he's raised his average almost 100 points. Here, he takes down and in. Buxton in his career is 0 for 2 with a walk against Chapman. One on, 2 out. Ball and a strike. Pitch is a strike, bottom of the zone.
Well, it's not a safe situation, but you know Chapman is feeling this at bat because the first pitch was 99, and then it was 100, and then 100.
Pretty good. 1-2. Chapman throws. Buxton takes a ball. He did check his swing. And it's 2-2. He does have a 3-home run game. It came August of 2017 in Toronto. Trying to do it again right here. 2-2 from Chapman. Pitch. Low. Chapman wanted that one. A long look in, and Narvaez is going to challenge.
The pitch is called a ball. The catcher is challenging.
And here comes the ruling. And it is a ball by so little.
The call is confirmed.
Oh, come on.
Is now out of challenges.
That's absurd. Again, sort of the maniacal nature, less than a tenth of an inch. DiNardo, how much that missed by. That's a really good challenge. I love it. Given that you don't want Chapman to throw many pitches.
Yes.
I think this is his last hitter no matter what.
Has to be.
3-2 to Buxton. Here's the pitch. And it is strike 3 called on the outside corner. He does get Buxton to end the inning. One more crack for the Red Sox, trailing 6-0. Top 9 next in the Shaws. And
VegER for Pets is the official emergency veterinarian group of Red Sox Radio.
Six nothing. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Red Sox not having a lot of fun in the Twin Cities. Cole Sands is on for the 7th time. He's got a 5.06 ERA. You'll see Abreu, Story, and Duran. Pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Every Nissan designed for people who refuse to settle for less. So take life by the wheel and drive it like you mean it. 0-1. Pitch. Chopper foul. Very interested to see what Alex Cora is going to do with the lineup tomorrow. I mean, he will not likely have Contreras. Everyone will wait to hear his status. He left the game with lower back tightness. Obviously, a difficult test to reshuffle the outfield at all times. Massa 2 more hits tonight. Cedon will almost certainly be in there after the day off. Simeon, Woods, Richardson, a right-hander, will throw.
We can assume that Massa will be back in the lineup.
I would think so. 0-2. Pitch is a chopper inside the bag, fair at first. And that'll send Clemens to the bag out number 1. Where it gets a little complicated is that against a righty, you want Anthony and Duran and Abreu in there. You would think anyway. So then if you want Yoshida to DH, does Cedon come and play a little second base? They have not really floated that as a choice. Here's Trevor Story. 1 out in the 9th. The pitch is fouled. And look, it's not like Massa's hitting homers and slugging the ball all over the place, but for an offense that's finding its way, he's on base all the time. 0-1. And Marcelo will play tomorrow for sure. He'll play second. The 0-1 Story fouls one back to the screen. And it is 0-2.
He's an offense that only got 5 hits tonight. You want to do anything you can to get base runners on.
For the second straight night, just about the only encouraging thing is that Roman Anthony's looked good at the plate.
Absolutely. Starting to see him drive the baseball.
Story, after the 4-hit game in St. Louis, is 1 for 7 here. 0-2. Top 9 in mini. Pitch outside with a slider. Red Sox, no runs, 5 hits, no errors, 7 left. 6-10 and none for the Twins. Check of the game score brought to you by VegER, official emergency veterinarian of the Boston Red Sox. 1-2. Ground ball on the left side, backhanded off the glove of the shortstop Lee. They should give Trevor a hit there. That was so hard and far into the hole, and they won't. They're going to score that in error? Come on.
Just didn't travel that far away from his position. That's the only guess I can make as far as why.
So a runner is aboard. It's going to take a perfect plant and throw off balance to first base to get Story. But they scored an error. And here's Duran. Pitch to him is a strike on the inside corner.
Pitchers today for the Twins, that's what they've done. They've gotten strike 1 all day.
Boston has not been shut out yet this year. 0-1. Pitch is fouled back. You know, Jaron's going to get asked about it after the game, his sort of interaction down that first base line with the fan. He's just been in the spotlight so often for things like that. The Red Sox dying for him to continue to emerge as a leader. 0-2. 1 on, 1 out. Top 9, trailing by 6. Pitch is a shot into left center field, but Buxton is so good out there. He glides back into his right, and the Red Sox are down to their last out.
You play the game long enough, you hear everything, right? You just have to be able to zone it out, put the blinders on, and concentrate on what you can control and what you can do to help the club. Anytime you're focused on what's happening in the crowd, you're not concentrating on what you can do and what you can control.
Here's Carlos Narvaez. Trevor goes. He'll reach on indifference. Strike on the outside corner. Lenny, we can understand it. It's not easy. You're in the theater. People are saying unspeakable things to you. But you just have to find a way. I think the thing that will frustrate the Red Sox is that we all know it's not the first time. 0-1. Popped foul. Out of play on the first base side. Just a few rows in, and the Red Sox are down to their final strike.
And I was in the bullpen most of my career. And you're standing there static, not even warming up.
Easy target.
And guys are, 3-4 feet away from you yelling all kinds of obscenities. That's one thing. But, when you're running down the first baseline, booking it, trying to get a base hit and running the dugout, it's another.
And as we all know, all these things magnified when you're losing. 6-0 Twins. Top 9, 2 down. Story at second. Narvaez in an 0-2 hole. Sands is ready. He throws. Narvaez swings and fouls it back. He's trying to avoid the old golden sombrero. He struck out 3 times tonight. Fortunately for Carlos, that is now 6 consecutive at-bats in which he has fanned. You can bet, especially with the day game, Connor is going to play tomorrow. 0-2. Again, the pitch comes home, and it's just outside. Slider. And it's 1-2.
They're not giving him anything on the inner half. Everything has just been away all series.
One and two. Sands is at the belt. He throws, and Narvaez takes strike 3 on the outside corner, and 2 nights in a row. Huge frustration for the Red Sox. They fall tonight 6-0. Another really shaky